Hey everyone, welcome back. So I'm so excited for today's video. We are going to be unboxing the Marilyn Monroe Valet case from Besame Cosmetics. So let's just start with a little bit of backstory about this collection and Besame Cosmetics. So Besame Cosmetics is a company that specializes in recreating vintage makeup. The company is owned and run by a woman named Gabriela Hernandez. She is basically a procurer or a connoisseur of vintage makeup. So she started this company, Besame Cosmetics, to recreate vintage makeup. So they find old vintage makeup, swatch these colors, and then create new products that are as similar to the vintage products as possible. So about a year ago, Bésame started an Iconic Women collection series. The first iconic woman that they created a makeup line around was Lucille Ball. I did buy that collection when it came out. I was not able to get every piece of it, but I got the majority of it. So for their second iconic woman, they chose Marilyn Monroe. This collection is a little bit different in that I feel like it was geared much more towards the collector more than it was the makeup enthusiast. And what I mean by that is that they have this really beautiful, exquisite Valet box, which retails for $425. The box itself is like museum quality. It's made out of mahogany. It has a beautiful piano finish to it. This collection was very, very limited. The Valet box itself, they only made 200 of, and that was the only way that you could purchase the entire collection in one purchase. The only other options that they had for purchase was the Essential Collection, which was $245, and it included everything except for Marilyn's Compact and the mahogany box. They also had I believe it was called the Red Carpet Duo, and it was one shade of red lipstick, the Red Hot Red, and then the Compact. So those two together were $105. Those were the only options for buying any parts of this collection. So they did not sell out individual pieces of the collection like they do with most of their collections. So that's what I meant by I feel like it was made more as a collector's item than it was necessarily made for the makeup enthusiast. Okay, so anyway, without any further ado, let's get into what we're all here for, unboxing this. I obviously have already opened this one time. I just wanted to make sure that everything made it through shipping. I have not used any of these items yet, but I did take a little sneak peek inside because I had to, okay? I've had it for several days now and wasn't able to film yet. So let's go ahead and open this up. It's packaged very nicely, comes in a nice sturdy cardboard box. When you open it up, there are some packing peanuts in here as well as foam all around the box on every side and on the top here. So if you lift off this top piece of foam, it reveals the box inside of this plastic bag. So obviously, just even looking at the way this comes in package, this was very much made to be a collector's item. Even the mahogany box comes inside of a separate cardboard box to keep it protected. All of these boxes do have a seal of authenticity on the back of them, so they're numbered 1 through 200. As I said, there were only 200 of these made. So they're definitely a collector's item. Obviously, some people are gonna buy this because they love makeup, some people are gonna buy this because they love Marilyn, some people are gonna buy it because of both. I'm both. I'm a makeup lover and a Marilyn Monroe lover. So I purchased this with the full intent to use and enjoy it. A lot of people will probably buy this and let it sit on a shelf somewhere, and that's great too. For me, I really wanted to be able to play with the makeup and have the full Marilyn Monroe experience. Okay, so on the front of the box here, it says, "This is the Marilyn Monroe collection by Besame Cosmetics. Each set has been individually packaged and inspected. Prior to your unboxing, contents of each interior tray have been handled with white linen gloves. To guarantee accuracy, each set has been individually monitored and numbered prior to shipping." Okay, so you take the top off the box here, it just lifts right off. And you pull back your foam there. And there's the case. You can see it's got that beautiful piano finish on it, shiny. It's got Marilyn Monroe's signature on it in gold. The edges of the box are accented with gold as well. They did hinge the front of this cardboard box so that you can pull this out without having to try to dig down here and lift this out, which is really nice. I apologize if there's any fingerprints on here because, like I said, I did already open it one time. So we'll just slide this out so it allows you to just pull it out of the front there. Okay, so here we have our box. Basically looks the same on all sides. It has that nice gold detail all the way around. Again, the top of the box has the Marilyn Monroe signature on it. And then the front of the box has a little clasp on it. You simply push this button on the front to open it. And when you open it up, you've got Marilyn in the top here, and her signature, obviously, Marilyn Monroe collection. And then there's 2 trays inside of this box. Everything inside of the box has a little spot in a tray that holds it in place, so it's all nice and secure. On this first layer, we have the eyeshadow palette, the compact, the lashes, and the 3 shades of lipstick. And then these just lift out. There's little ribbons on each side, so you can easily pull them out of the box. Looks like my eyeliners rolled around a little bit. I did want to mention when I received this, there were several items that had come out of the slots that they were put into. The compact and a couple of the eyeliners for me had rolled out, so they weren't damaged, luckily. But I did want to mention that they did come loose during shipping. So that was a little unnerving, but like I said, I looked it over. It did not seem to be damaged in any kind of way. The powder was all intact, so that's good. So in the second tray, you get the 2 eyeliners and the 2 lip liners, a pencil sharpener for those, the 2 lip glosses, the white cream highlighter, and then also the mascara. And then this bottom tray also lifts out separately from the box, and the box on the inside is fully lined. This box itself is probably like $200 if you were just to buy it by itself. It's so beautiful, like very high quality. The finish on it is stunning. It's just really beautifully crafted. You have the 2 hinges here on the inside, metal hinges. And the inside of this box says Marilyn Monroe Collection, a beauty, a legend, an icon. Marilyn Monroe will be remembered for decades to come, and our collection honors this iconic woman. From the lipstick case to the colors of the cosmetics, everything in this collection is inspired by items from Marilyn Monroe's personal vanity. The box, like I said before, is exquisite. Just by itself, it's so beautiful. Having this sit out on your vanity or anywhere in your home, it's going to be a really beautiful piece and add to any room or space that you put it in. So love, love, love that. So inside of the box, you also get this little pamphlet. It's the Iconic Women by Bésame, Marilyn Monroe Collection. And inside of this, it has a little diagram of Marilyn Monroe's makeup routine and all of the products that you use in each step here. So that's really cool that they've kind of laid out a basic replica of Marilyn's routine or what it would have been like. Pretty much already have a basic understanding of what her makeup routine was. But it's really interesting if you like break down her makeup routine and see all of the tips and tricks that they used in order to create this iconic Marilyn look. And then if you open this up, it also has all of the ingredients for all of the items in the collection. And then on the back here, it says, Iconic Women by Besame Cosmetics, an exquisite collection for one of Hollywood's most iconic women. Besame Cosmetics presents the Marilyn Monroe Collection. Marilyn Monroe was the ultimate idol of the silver screen, but is seldom recognized for creating her iconic look. Marilyn knew exactly how to accentuate her features, pioneered on-screen makeup techniques, and created a bombshell character that epitomized glamour. Through her savvy dedication and beauty, Monroe continues to inspire women worldwide. Besame Cosmetics has recreated Marilyn Monroe's makeup. Based on vintage items from her personal collection, this set authentically recreates some of Marilyn Monroe's favorite cosmetics. Each set comes with a detailed guide to replicate her unforgettable 1950s look. Featuring her favorite colors and historically accurate products, this iconic woman collection always allows you to celebrate Marilyn's glamour every day. Beautiful, strong, everlasting, a collection as timeless as Marilyn. I will say a lot of Marilyn's look is credited to her makeup artist, Alan Whitey Snyder. He was basically the one who helped her create that Marilyn look and was her makeup artist for her entire career. She, at one point during their lives, told him that if she ever passed away before he did, that he needed to do her makeup at her funeral, and he did do that for her. I'm sure like Marilyn also had a lot to do with her makeup look, but she wasn't alone in creating that iconic look. So I just think that we do need to like tip our hats to Mr. Snyder as her makeup artist, because he also was responsible for creating who Marilyn was. So first, let's break into the items in the first tray. I want to take these out individually and show them to you. So let's start out with the compact here. So this compact is absolutely exquisite, and if you could feel the weight of this, I mean, it is like, it's heavy, like real heavy. It's an all metal compact. It's gold plated. Has the black enamel inset there, the flower pattern on it, and then in the center of each little flower there is a Swarovski crystal. So you have 4 Swarovski crystals in the top of that. The back of it just has a little, it actually reminds me a lot of the ridging on the lipsticks here, and they kind of kept that theme, and we'll kind of get into the lipstick tubes and how they chose that packaging in a minute. But everything that's metal has kind of like this ridged effect on it, so that all kind of goes together. So you open up the compact here, and inside you have a mirror, which I've not removed the plastic off of that yet, but there's a mirror there. And then it says Marilyn Monroe right on the edge of the frame there around the mirror. And on this side it says Bésame etched into the metal there. And then they have a little protective sleeve over top of the powder that has Marilyn's image on it. And then there's your powder without the protector on top. And I watched some of the videos when Gabriella was talking about kind of her inspiration for the items and like the packaging and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the items that came out of Marilyn Monroe's estate had this kind of black and gold Art Deco feel to them, and so Gabriella kind of infused those things into this makeup collection to give them that feel that would have been similar to the items that Marilyn Monroe owned. Then I guess next we'll go into the eyeshadow palette. I will say some of these items are hard to get up out of the tray here, but that's good because they're in there nice and snug. Again, we have this beautiful floral pattern, the gold and black. It's got Marilyn Monroe's signature there on the front of it. On the back of it, it also has her signature in black, and then it's got Bésame on there. It says Marilyn Monroe Collection Bombshell Shadow Quad. And then you open this up, and this case is plastic, it's not metal like the other one, so it's not as heavy, but still really nice quality. So on the mirror here, there is a quote from Marilyn, and it says, "We are all stars and deserve the right to twinkle," which I think is adorable, and I love that they put that little quote in there. And then it has 4 colors in it. 3 of these are eyeshadows, and this peachy one is actually a blush. So the eyeshadows, this taupey color down here is actually based off of an eyeshadow that was found in Marilyn Monroe's makeup collection. And then she was well known for wearing white eyeshadow over her lid. And then they have this light brown color in here, which is also similar to something that they would have used to create a little depth in Marilyn's crease. And then the blush is not based off of any specific one item, but based on movie footage and photos, Gabriella determined that this was very close to the blush color that she would have worn. And then we have lashes over here, and again, these lashes and this packaging was based off of an actual lash box and actual lashes that were found in Marilyn Monroe's collection. She did have both half lashes and full lashes in her possession. She was really known for wearing a half lash though. It's what gave her that very sleepy, elongated look to her eyes and kind of made the outside of her eyes feel very heavy. So they gave you 2 pairs of lashes here, a full pair of lashes and a half pair of lashes. And they're very beautiful, kind of wispy in quality, which I love, because they have a very kind of natural look to them. Like, they're not going to look like huge false lashes on your eyes, which is very on point with Marilyn Monroe. Her lashes were never like overly heavy or overly dramatic, and like I said, most of the time she just wore that half lash in order to really create that heaviness on the outside of the eye. And these are cruelty-free and vegan. Okay, and then of course we have 3 lipstick shades. Marilyn Monroe, of course, is known for her red lipstick. What a lot of people might not know is that she was often known for wearing up to 5 shades of lipstick at the same time. So her makeup artist would put a darker lip liner on, and then they would put a dark red on, and then they would blot that, and then they'd put a slightly lighter red on, concentrating that more towards the center. They'd blot that, they'd put something slightly redder on, blot that, until they got to this very built up, voluminous looking lip. So I love that Gabriella included 2 different reds in this collection so that you do have the option to build up your lipstick and create that depth as Marilyn did. They also created this corally shade that was again matched off of colors that Marilyn used to wear, and the peach one, or the corally colored one, is one that she would have worn later in her life into the 60s. So let's go ahead and open these up. And this packaging for these tubes of lipstick is actually based off of a lipstick tube that came out of Marilyn Monroe's personal collection. This is almost an identical replica of that tube. So it's really amazing that like you can hold this lipstick and feel like Marilyn held a lipstick that was almost identical to this one. Like, this is very similar to something that she would have used and carried or owned. So I just think that's really special. I love that they put all of those intricate details into this collection, and that this is basically a replica of Marilyn Monroe's lipstick. So this one is in the shade Red Hot Red, and this is actually a shade that Bésame already made and carried prior to this collection, and it was based off of Marilyn Monroe's common red lip color. Now, like I was saying before, Marilyn did layer several different colors of red, so it's difficult to create one lipstick that would be her shade, but this was the one that Gabriella created that was supposed to be most similar or closest to Marilyn Monroe's red lip. So then we also have 2 other shades, and all of the packages are exactly the same, or all of the tubes. They are all based off of that one lipstick tube found in Marilyn's collection. And this one is in the shade Carnation Red, and this is based off of a color that I believe it was Revlon made, and it was called Bachelor's Carnation. So Gabriella replicated that color, which is where it gets that name. This one has more of a pink undertone to it, whereas the Red Hot Red is more of a blue undertone. But like I said, Marilyn wore several lipsticks, so it'll be really nice to first apply your Red Hot Red and then layer your Carnation Red on top of it and get a little bit of that depth of color. And then the final color, as we were talking before, is a peach color, or a coral color. It's actually called Misty Coral. The one that Gabriella said that this is based off of, she believes was one that was actually mixed and formulated for Marilyn, and that it was like a tester lipstick. So it's really cool that this was so specifically created off of that color, because it's probably something that was never actually made for mass consumption and was specifically formulated for Marilyn. This is a really beautiful color. It's a very unique color. It's like a orangey, pinky peach, so that coral, but like pastel-y. It's really a beautiful color, and I can't wait to try this out, because I don't have anything like it in my possession. And like I said, it was something that was most likely formulated just for Marilyn. So to be able to have a color that replicates that is really amazing. Okay, so that is it for the first tray. So let's come over here and check out our second tray. So this tray actually has the item that I was like most excited about, and it probably seems like a weird item to be excited about, but this white highlighter over here, I'm very intrigued by. So as I was saying, I've done a lot of research into Marilyn's makeup routine, and I knew that there was contouring and highlighting involved in her routine, but for some reason none of the information that I've ever come across or ever read mentioned anything about this white cream highlighter that she used. Everything that I had read in the past mentioned her using like Vaseline as a highlighter on her brow bone, on her cheekbones to give that extra glow to the face. And I went and did a little bit of research afterwards, and apparently this was something that was not only used by Marilyn Monroe but was used by many actresses back in the day, using a little bit of a white cream highlighter just like we would normal highlighters today to add lift to certain areas, draw attention to those areas, make them pop forward on screen. So I'm really excited to play with this just because I've never used a product like this, and I think it's really neat. So, and I love those little details, like the fact that she included this in the collection and that it was part of Marilyn's everyday look, I just think is really amazing. Okay, and then we of course have the glosses over here. So there's a red gloss and a coral colored gloss. Marilyn did use gloss on her lips. It was something that was formulated by her makeup artist. So we actually have no idea how the gloss was formulated or what was in it. It's theorized that it probably had beeswax and maybe some kind of like peppermint oils and stuff like that in it, but we really have no idea. But I do love the fact that she did include glosses to go over each of the lipsticks. And I would be interested to find out if anybody ever did find out or knew if the gloss that he formulated for her was tinted or if it was just a clear gloss, because I feel like it would make a little bit of a difference in how it looks on the lips, and I feel like adding that extra pigment with the gloss also helps to give you that extra layer of like voluptuousness. So I do love that these are colored and that there is one for each of the lipsticks. So for your reds, we have this one. It's called Rose Red Gloss. It's just like a really beautiful, it's kind of a pinky red, it seems to look like. We've got a nice little doe foot applicator on there. It's angled, so that's nice. And these smell so good. All of Bésame's lip products, they use natural vanilla in them to scent them, so they smell so good. Like, it literally smells like baked goods to me. Like, I always feel like it smells like cookies or cake or something. Oh, yes, that vanilla scent, it's just so nice. So then this one is called Champagne Gloss, and this one is meant to go with the Misty Coral lipstick. Again, it's kind of like a peachy pink color. This one is definitely a little less peach or orange than the lipstick, but I feel like this will be really beautiful on top of that lipstick color. Next thing we have is the mascara, and oh, I forgot to mention that the lipsticks are aluminum tubes, and this is also aluminum, so these are nice metal packaging. This has the same ridges in it like the lipstick does on the case, and again it has Marilyn Monroe's signature and Bésame's logo on it. This is the Girl's Best Friend mascara. Got a pretty standard wand. It does look like the wand is slightly angled. I don't know if that's intentional or if it just got bent. It just looks like a basic mascara. And then we have the 4 pencils over here. So we have 2 eyeliners. One of them is a dark brown pencil liner and the other one is a white pencil liner. A lot of people think that Marilyn wore black eyeliner or even liquid liner, but she actually used a dark brown pencil for her eyes. She would have used this on the top lash line, slightly winged out on the outer corner, and then they would also use this to draw kind of from the middle of her eye outward. They kind of brought a little shading under here and then dipped it down on the outside. And what this was supposed to do is create the illusion of a shadow from her eyelashes. So it made them look like they were very heavy, which again accentuated that very like sleepy, seductive eye that Marilyn had. And then the white eyeliner would have been used in her waterline, and also they would define the area between the edges of those two liners. So the brown that they put on the bottom and the brown that they put on the top, they would draw a little triangle of white in between those areas to kind of emphasize that space. And then of course we have a liner for each of the lipsticks. We got this one in red, and it's like a deep red. Go with your red lipstick. This is the, or coral one. It's the corally or peachy color that goes with the Misty Coral lipstick. And then last but not least, you got a little pencil sharpener over here, which is nice that they included one because they are traditional style pencils, so they will need to be sharpened as you use them. And again, this has Marilyn's signature on it in gold, and it's a black sharpener. It is plastic, and again, fits down in its little base there. Okay, so that is all of the parts of the Marilyn Monroe collection. I am so excited to have this in my possession finally. We are about to play with it, but I thought I would do this kind of in two separate parts so that if you're not really interested in seeing the recreation of Marilyn's look and you just kind of wanted to see the products that are in here, here they are. And then we're gonna go ahead and play with them in the next video. Gabriella did a beautiful job with this collection. I think that she really harnessed the essence of Marilyn Monroe with this collection. I feel like everything in here is so beautiful, so much detail was put into it, was so thought out, and I love how accurately she tried to recreate items from Marilyn Monroe's personal collection. This will definitely be one of my cherished items that I own, makeup or in general, and I'm sure that a lot of people out there feel the same. It's just a really, really, really well done, very beautiful, very exquisite product. Congratulations to Gabriella for creating this beautiful collection. I am absolutely in love with it, and I can't wait to see what other iconic women collections she makes in the future. Be sure to subscribe for part 2 of this video where I recreate Marilyn's look using these products. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and the unboxing of the Marilyn Monroe collection. I can't wait to get this on my face. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that by hitting the subscribe button below. Also, go check me out over on Facebook under the name Kai Styles and over on Instagram at stylesby_Kyle. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and until I see you next time, remember to be true to yourselves, be kind to one another, and most importantly, be beautiful. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.